and we are underway from Atlanta. This fielded right at the goal line. The Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota. Now Patterson to start the drive. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. On second down, a run with Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing break. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, going back to Patterson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
On play action, Mariota. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards and sets him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Well, here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
And his task in this situation is making sure this team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Prater for the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with to try to at least get down into field goal range. Play fake. Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And some room to maneuver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Mariota's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So a touchdown apiece. That's an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
from the 35 on second down. Murray trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Here's Andy Lee now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at the 20. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mariota. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. And it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. He'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Prater's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. To throw, Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me,
Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On 1st and 10 is Counter, dancing away at the 35. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pick out there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To throw is Murray. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Well, this is one of those games where if you